This is my first vlog. I decided today would be a good day to vlog because I've got a lot of things to do, so we're gonna try it and see how it goes. So I thought I would start by showing you my outfit and what I'm wearing today and kind of like explaining like what I'm gonna do. So I'm currently in my parents' bathroom, but I'm wearing this sweater from Target. It's really big, but I thought it was cute with this skirt from Forever 21. It just has like the lace up detail, and then I'm wearing this necklace from Kendra Scott. So I didn't end up vlogging with Ella because we went to lunch and we went to CVS and then Target. I didn't really feel like vlogging, but we went to Target, and I'll insert a picture here of us at Target. And we tried on these pair of jeans, and they fit us both really well. We both got them, and they were really cute, and they were only $6. And I kind of started thinking about like how much clothing influences my confidence, and kind of how lately what I wear really does set the tone or set the mood for how I feel on a given day. And so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some things that I've just been thinking about. My dog is in the background. Mercy! I think she just sat down. There she is. So cute. And I don't know, I just had a lot on my mind about some things lately, and I want to talk about it. And I'm sorry, I have like a lot of bracelets on, so they might make noise. Sorry, my online teacher texted me. But yeah, so I have a lot of bracelets on, so I'm hoping they won't make too much noise, but they might. Yeah, so if you didn't know, I lost 55 pounds over the course of like 6 months. So that's about like a little less than 10 pounds a month. But it didn't happen like that. Like, that's what it averages to, but really it was like 3 pounds, then 8 pounds, then 18 pounds, you know? So it kind of happened in spurts. And you know, going through that was something that I talk about a lot, and I feel like I'm really vocal about it on my Instagram, and if you talk to me in person, I probably talk about it too often because it really did shape the way I feel about myself, especially over the past year, how my view of myself has changed, and yeah, so I'm not going to go through the whole process of like losing weight. I recorded a video like this yesterday, and I kind of like went through, you know, what it was like and why I decided to lose weight, and I can make a whole video on that if you want. But I have realized I don't talk about my starting number very often. That's not something I think anyone knows except maybe like my close family and like my personal trainer, but like no one really knows how much I weighed when I started this. And that's like a really vulnerable thing, I think, because as women I feel like there's this stigma against knowing how much we weigh. You know, there's that question that exists, or that kind of phrase that exists, like you don't ask a woman how much she weighs, and I understand that's like an issue of manners, but at the same time it is because there's like a certain element, like we're not supposed to know how much a woman weighs. And I think that, you know, I let that control me a lot. Like I don't want people to know how much I weigh. Even after losing 55 pounds, I told my brother, and I love him, but I told him how much I weighed before I lost weight, and he was like shocked. He couldn't believe I ever weighed that much. And it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because I try not to let that starting number that I used to identify with control me. But it's hard when there is a stigma about it. And I never thought I would weigh as much as I did. But I did. That's the reality. Like, I did weigh that much. And now I don't. So it's almost like, why do I care so much that I used to and I don't anymore? You know, like, why am I still letting that control me? But I do. So I'm going to tell you, because I don't think it's a big deal. You can make fun of me. I don't care. Your brain can become a calculator and you can figure out how much I weigh now. But I just think that by saying it, I'm giving it less power, if that makes sense. And I know you'd think by not saying it, I'm giving it less power, but that's not true, because by not saying it, I'm letting it control me. And I also think I'm doing a disservice, because I should be proud of what I've done. But by kind of like keeping certain things to myself, I'm not allowing my progress to completely shine, because I really went from being really overweight to now being a healthy weight. So I was in February of last year, I was 220 pounds, which is the most I've ever weighed, or at least most I've ever known that I weighed. I might have weighed more, I don't know. But that's like how much I weighed when I had my physical last year. So yeah, 220 pounds, and now I weigh about between 165 and 170. And obviously I'm not thin, like I know that. I'm not naive to the fact that I'm not thin. It's not like I think I'm, you know, perfect or anything, but I'm happy. I'm content with where I am now. But in that same breath, it's like really hard to shed an identity and assume a new one. Like if you think about it, for most of my life, I identified with being overweight. And So now it's even still hard for me to, like, in a weird way, come to terms with the fact that I'm not that anymore. And when I look at myself, I still see an overweight person, which is really hard. And my mom and my aunts and my uncles and my friends and everyone is so validating. They're always reminding me of how proud they are of me and how they can tell such a big difference. And I'm happy to hear that, but it doesn't change the fact that I still view myself as that 220-pound girl. And it sucks. It sucks really badly. And so when I put these jeans on today that were a size I never thought I would wear, and it's not even a small size, it's just a size, I'm gonna start crying. I'm fine. It's just a size that, like, was at least normal in my eyes. Like, at least it wasn't something that was, like, extra normal, like, that was not normal. And I think, and this is not me making fun of anyone who wears a larger size than me, who weighs more than me, because I think that your weight does not dictate how beautiful you are or how deserving you are. I don't think that at all. But for me, it was something that held me hostage. Like, I felt like I couldn't be myself because of a physical barrier. I think the other part of it is my whole childhood, I felt not normal because I had a spinal condition and I wore a back brace, and then I had surgery, and that made me not feel normal. So I think this journey has been really liberating because I at least feel one step closer to being just, like, okay. And I know that is so, I know that's kind of maybe hypocritical, or maybe that doesn't sound like a teaching of self-love, but, like, for me, in order to love myself, I need to get over feeling weird. Like, I know that's so strange, but, like, I just, growing up, I always felt like I felt like I had a reason to be stared at. Like, I remember one time I went to the nail salon and I had a back brace on, and the lady, like, a lady who was getting her nails done was, like, looking at me, like, trying to figure out what was wrong with me, and that was so frustrating. I wanted to just scream at her, like, yes, I have a back brace on, like, get over it, you know? But I was young and didn't do that. Should have. And then even when I was in 8th grade, I weighed, like, 15 pounds more than what I weigh now. And if you think about it, for an 8th grader, I guess 15 pounds is 15 pounds. Like, that's a lot. But, not a lot, but it's enough to, like, show a difference. But, so, the lady at the tailoring place, when I was getting my 8th grade formal dress done, she goes, "You're so big." And I thought, I wanted to be like, oh my gosh, like, I'm getting a dress tailored, and you're telling me I'm so big? Like, thank you. I appreciate that, you know? But this journey has been hard because I'm shedding an identity and I'm assuming a new one, and in a weird way I feel like I clung to that identity of being overweight, and I just wanted people to accept me the way I was, that now that I'm shedding that, I'm assuming one of someone who has lost weight, and it's almost like now I want, or not want, but it's like now I'm clinging to that identity, and I need to find a way to balance myself and recognize that I was never only a girl who was overweight, and now I'm not only a girl who has lost weight, you know? There's middle ground, and I need to find that middle ground. I don't know what this is going to turn into. I don't even know why I'm making this video. I just wanted to. I feel like I need to speak my piece a little bit, and I also feel like my Instagram, if you look at my highlights tab, you know, you see how much weight I've lost, but you don't know where I started. And like I said, I feel like I'm really doing a disservice to myself and how far I've come by not telling you that, or not telling people. And I probably will never put it on Instagram because that's really vulnerable. Like, I don't know if I want that to, I don't know if I could handle, you know, as much as I would like to think I'm good at being vulnerable, I'm not sure I could reach that level of vulnerability. Like, just saying it here is hard, but I also feel like it's, like, I'm saying it, so it's different. You know, you can skip that part of the video, but if it's on a picture, like, you have to look at it. I don't know. It's hard for me to see it on paper. That moment when I saw that was how much I weighed, I'll never forget that moment. I didn't even want the doctor to tell me how much I weighed at that appointment, and she didn't tell me, but then she handed my mom the paper with the appointment details, and on that, I saw how much I weighed, and I could not believe it, because that was 18 pounds more than I had weighed the year before. So, yeah, again, I don't really know where I'm going with this. I think that it's just really eye-opening because I thought that losing weight would fix me. I thought it would make me love myself so much more, and it has made me appreciate myself, but I think self-love is not something that happens. You know, I think it's important to love yourself in spite of a change you want to make and love it. And I think I wish I had understood that more before I lost weight, because now I feel like I'm still struggling with that, and I thought losing weight would fix it, and it didn't. It didn't fix parts of my personality I don't like. It just made me healthier, which is a beautiful thing and an excellent thing and something that is so important. But I think I still have a lot of strides to make as far as actually like loving myself entirely and completely, and giving myself grace also, forgiving myself maybe. So yeah, let me know if you want to hear a story time or hear about, you know, why I decided to lose weight and kind of what that journey looked like, because it was messy and hard and not pretty, but it got me here, and I'm thankful for that. So, but yeah, so I don't really know what that turned into, but thank you for watching. I guess like the video maybe, and yeah, I appreciate you listening to me talk about myself, because that's what I did basically for like 10 straight minutes, but it's fine, it's fine. Next video I'll actually vlog something, but I don't know, that's what was on my mind today, so I filmed that. So thank you for watching. Like I said, let me know if you want to see the story time video about why I lost weight, how I did it, whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching.